What is up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of Stay Till the Credits. As you can see, things are looking a little bit different. If you're watching this on YouTube, we moved from Zoom. We don't like Zoom anymore. From now on, we're gonna do the episodes through Discord. So what's up? My name is Sebastian,
My name is JP.
and today we're talking about everything, everywhere, all at once.
Very long title. Very fun film.
Yeah, cool title for a cool movie. Way better than Multiverse of Madness.
A way better multiverse movie.
Way better than a lot of the movies coming out right now. Movie of the year, my movie of the year so far, and it barely came out in April.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Dude, forgot about Morbius.
Oh, dude, nah, yeah, Marvel Legend. Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
it's Morbin time.
It was so good that we just didn't do an episode on it.
It was so good that I didn't watch it because my eyes would like. Yeah, exactly. My eyes would probably roll out of my skull of like how good it'd be. But yeah, anyways, everything everywhere all at once. Like we said, better multiverse movie, has a really good cast. Let me go through some of the cast right now. So we got Michelle Yeoh. Yeoh, is that how you pronounce her last name?
Yeah, I mean, now we gotta say, like, we apologize in advance that
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, we can't pronounce correctly maybe some of these names.
Yeah.
So sorry about that. We are trying our hardest. We do absolutely love everyone in this cast and this
Mhm.
movie. So we mean that in the best intention if we mispronounce it.
Yeah. So we have Michelle Yeoh playing Evelyn, who is the matriarch of the family. Opposite her, we have Kei Hui Kwan, who was he was in The Goonies and Indiana Jones. He hasn't been in movies in like a really long time.
Yeah, he retired for a while.
Yeah, so it's really cool to see him in this one. He plays Waymond. It's not Raymond, it's Waymond, and he's like the cutest character ever, dude. Like, I love that guy. Stephanie Sue plays their daughter, Joy Wang, and James Hong, who you guys might know from a bunch of other movies. He plays Poe's dad in Kung Fu Panda. James Hong, he's the grandfather, and then we also have Jamie Lee Curtis and a bunch of other people, in different roles. It's pretty cool. Like, we also have Jenny Slate as this dog mom character, and yeah, I mean, that's about it as far as the cast goes. There's also Tally Medal, I think that's how you pronounce her name, who plays Joy's girlfriend, which she has a small role, but it's integral to the story and the relationship between Joy and her mom. So yeah, really good cast.
Clearly, like, the most notable names are Jamie Lee Curtis and probably Michelle Yeoh, who's the protagonist of this movie.
Yeah.
But obviously, after this movie, they deserve all the recognition because, oh my god, we absolutely love this movie.
Yeah.
And just like Sebastian said, it's his favorite movie of the year. It's also my favorite movie of the year. Best multiverse movie and best movie of the year for sure.
For sure.
And it barely came out in April, or March. I actually meant March 30th.
Oh, my
But-
bad. Yeah.
Yeah, but it is May and it still holds up.
Yeah, for sure. Like, the way the movie handles the multiverse itself is super fun, because like, it's not necessarily jumping into different multiverses, but accessing skills that your other multiverse, like somewhere else, your parallel self might have. So like Michelle Yeoh's character, her whole thing is she's getting different powers. Like, she hacks into a universe where she knows kung fu. She hacks into a universe where she can like sing and stuff like that to do a bunch of cool things, and it's really unique the way they have to access.
Yeah, it's
hacks.
something that I haven't seen before. In like because whenever a movie talks about multiverse, or even things like time travel, every single movie has their own separate different set of rules and everything. But for this movie, it just works out so perfectly. Like, they don't travel through the multiverse like they do like in Doctor Strange, even though they only go for 2 fucking universes. But the way that they include the multiverse in this is so crazy.
Yeah.
But also the fact that it's so crazy, I know. Also, I already have some experience with people who have seen the movie, and they say they didn't understand it, or
Um,
they said that they didn't enjoy it that much because they were so confused. And to those
I
people,
I
I'm just
think
like, come on, man.
I think the fact that it's weird is what makes it so fun, because it's like, I think it'd be boring if she just pressed the button and she has all these skills already. So,
Yeah,
a bit of an explanation, because I know we're kind of like just jumping ahead.
jump.
Yeah, so as far as hacking into like the multiverse, or like trying to find, trying to get those skills that you might need, like let's say you need to do karate real quick, right? So you have to find a way to reach a version of yourself in the multiverse that knows karate. So, obviously, how do you do that? How do you narrow it down when there's infinite possibilities? So the way the movie does it is that it tries to find the nearest branch to go to that parallel universe, multiverse, whatever, right? So let's say it's like 50 multiverses away, whatever. So a program basically compiles like what you need to do, or like the fastest course that you need to do in your current timeline to bridge that gap. Right? Because that's basically what multiverse is. It's like every single decision that you make creates a different branch, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say I eat pizza today instead of eating a burger today. That's two multiverses, whatever. Okay?
The most
So
simplest explanation, but yes.
simplest explanation. But basically, that's how they access the multiverse. It's like,
Yeah.
I pick my nose right now. It might lead me to a universe where I know kung fu. That's basically all it is. It's doing the thing that you have to do now to get to that multiverse.
Yeah, but I think we jumped into the fact that it's a multiverse movie too fast.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's because I guess so. Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
really okay.
we
In
need to
simplest
explain
terms,
the
it's
movie
really
and
just a
parts.
movie about a mom and her daughter trying to keep her family afloat in her business. That's that's pretty much it. Just
She owns a laundromat,
yeah.
and the family is struggling
Mm-hmm.
because fuck capitalism.
Yeah, the IRS specifically.
Uh, yeah, the IRS calls them, the
Yeah.
family,
Jamie Lee
because
Curtis is the IRS
uh,
agent specialist. I don't know what they're called.
yeah, I was gonna say officer. I don't think
I
it's.
don't think
I
they're
don't
an
think it's.
officer. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean they're government people, but anyways, yeah, they get called to the IRS, and basically they need to pay their taxes, and she's calling them out because she's saying that like they're doing business expenses, but they're not really. So like for example, they showed the example that like uh, she that Michelle Yeoh's character Evelyn buys a karaoke machine, and she says that that was a business expense,
Yeah.
and she explains like no, that's because like we were trying to get clients and whatever. It starts off as a normal movie, but then out of nowhere, it all changes so fast, and it's so fun.
Yeah. So basically, the whole reason why Evelyn is okay. So what really sets the stage is that Evelyn gets visited by an alternate Waymond, who tells her that something's happening. There's somebody destroying, killing all a bunch of different Evelyns through the multiverse, and that she's probably the only one who can like stop it. So that's the basic setup. Evelyn doesn't know what's going on. Occasionally, Waymond goes from being this like super sweet, naive, kind of like dumb, not really dumb, but like he just doesn't know what's going on, right? To this like cool badass that knows kung fu and Krav Maga and stuff like that,
Yeah,
and basically doing all the fights for Evelyn at the beginning of the movie.
yeah, because at the beginning, obviously she doesn't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Just like I don't know why my husband is acting weird, and now he knows kung fu, and he never practiced it in his entire life.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, basically he travels through the multiverse to. Well, he doesn't travel through the multiverse. He travels with that thing in his mind, basically. His mind travel
Yes, yes. Basically,
and
an alternate
version of himself.
version of himself takes over his brain and body for like a split second,
Yeah.
or not a split second, like a couple minutes, whatever. But
Yeah, no, it's insane the way that they do it,
yeah,
because it all starts with like those little like what's it called
the headset
phones,
thingy.
yeah, the headsets that they have that's how they travel through the multiverse. They have to put two headsets in each ear and a little screen, I mean a little phone kind of that they have, and
Yeah,
then that thing tells them how to access the mind of another version of yourself,
yeah,
and it is the craziest thing that you have to do.
yeah. Or
Uh,
like sometimes it can be just like stuff that you wouldn't do in that situation, like for the
yeah.
most part. Like there's one where towards the end of the movie, there's one where Evelyn has to eat boogers, and I forget if it's her boogers or if it's her dad's boogers, but she eats some boogers.
Yeah, no. There's some insane examples. I know
Yeah,
one of the craziest ones is when,
the trophy.
yeah,
Yeah, that one that one's good. I love that scene. Um,
yeah. I mean,
my
we
my
kind of,
girlfriend and I were like super into the movie already at that point, and then that scene came on, and we were like, "Holy crap! This is hilarious!" Like that, it was so good.
yeah, no. This is definitely one of the most original movies that I've seen in a
Mm-hmm.
while,
For
in a
sure.
long while. Because I mean, obviously, there's a lot of movies that you say, "Oh, this is kind of similar to that. This is kind of similar to that," but they're still good.
Yeah.
But no, this is a movie that you'll never see another movie like this, as or at least that it works so well for it. Because I have never seen something like this, and clearly everyone who has seen it, not everyone, I guess, because I've seen people who said they were confused by it, but mostly everyone has said that this is an amazing movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you guys know, I always do the ratings for Rotten Tomatoes. Uh, right now, the movie stands at a 95% in Rotten Tomatoes, and the audience score is at a 90. So obviously, this is basically a 9 out of 10 in most people's eyes.
Yeah.
And this movie will make you cry, will make you laugh,
Yeah.
will, make, will give you depression.
Yeah, dude, this movie's insane because it's so good at being emotional. Like it's a really good story of just like a family, especially a mom and daughter, because there's a lot of problems between Evelyn and Joy, but this movie has some really good action, also. Like
Yeah.
it's just choreographed super well, and it's insane. Like even when the trophy scene that we haven't talked about, basically a dude's trying to shove something up his butt, right? But the way it's shot is crazy because on one hand Evelyn is trying to get this guy to not shove something up his butt, and the other guy is fighting to shove something up his butt. But it's such a like it has such good choreography for such a like kind of dumb scene, right? Obviously it's dumb because it's a guy shoving something up his butt, but it's so good. And a lot of the sequences in this movie, the action is so good. Like yeah, I think even Jamie Lee Curtis gets some action in there too.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Oh yeah, but going on to like the relationship that Evelyn has, not just with her daughter, but basically, I mean, like we said, it's such a complicated story, but at the same time, it's so simple.
Mhm.
Because it's obviously we talked about it's about a family and they own a laundromat and everything, but then again, Michelle Yeoh, like like Evelyn's character, she basically is not just going through the stress of not being arrested by the IRS, but basically she is dealing with the fact that she kind of feels like a disappointment to her dad, and then also the fact that she doesn't fully understand her daughter's ways of living because in this movie her daughter is gay. She has a girlfriend, but she doesn't uh, accept her. Like Evelyn doesn't accept her daughter's girlfriend as her girlfriend. She just said, "Oh, it's like Becky, your friend."
Yeah.
I think that's her name, right? Becky.
Yeah, and it's more so towards the fact that she doesn't want to refer to Becky as Joy's girlfriend to Evelyn's dad.
Yeah.
Like part of it comes from that also, just trying to please her father as much as she can.
It's traditional family values,
Mm-hmm.
and in older generations, they're not so understanding all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So she's afraid that her dad is just not going to accept her granddaughter for being gay and everything. And then not even also not even it's not just that. It's also the fact that we see Waymond also tries to file a divorce with Evelyn, but Evelyn doesn't give him the time, and he never gets the chance to tell her, at least not in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, it's all this multiverse stuff, but it's also a story just about a family.
Yeah. And this movie's separated kind of into three parts. So it is a long title, but the movie gets separated into part one being everything, which is where we see Joy dealing with everything, the divorce, her daughter, her dad, the laundromat, the IRS. And then they get separated into the other two parts. But it's crazy to see, how overwhelming everything is. I think I've never gone through stuff like that per se, but I can tell it's pretty relatable to a lot of people.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure at one point, some guy, some girl, some person, like they have felt that like, oh, probably not making my dad happy, or I
Mm-hmm.
feel like a disappointment or something. So that's why the emotional value comes in, because obviously, like we said, this movie will make you feel some emotion at some point.
Yeah.
There is literally no way of avoiding it. They play with it so well that there's literally no way of avoiding it.
Yeah.
Um, but like you said about the title, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and I don't know if you guys have seen the poster for this movie, but the only way to describe it is basically the way of the title, because everything is everywhere all at once. Which, by the way, the title is amazing, but also the poster is amazing.
Yeah, the posters are really good for this movie.
Yeah, it is all over the place. It has so many random things. And by the way, the best movie to see, I mean, the best way to see this movie is absolutely blind.
Oh yeah,
And
for sure.
yeah, because I barely knew anything about it when I saw this movie. But obviously, I had heard a lot of commotion about it, especially since like I'm on Film Talk and everything, and everyone's just like, "You gotta check this movie out." And I
I
was like, "What is this
I
about?"
remember seeing the trailer. I don't know for what movie we were watching, but I remember seeing the trailer and I was like, "Holy shit, this looks awesome!" And then I was like, "I'm never gonna see the trailer again. I'm not gonna look up any information on this movie, and I'm gonna see it when it comes out." I didn't get to see it the first day it came out. I saw it like a couple days after.
Yeah, me too. It was a couple days after.
Yeah, but for sure, go into this movie blind. Like, obviously, you're probably gonna if you are on Film Talk, or if you were on Film Talk when this movie came out, you probably saw a bunch of like TikToks hyping this movie or a bunch of tweets hyping this movie. So I don't want to hype it up for somebody who hasn't seen it, but like, go see it. Like, it's good. I mean,
Yeah,
just go see it.
definitely. I mean, if you haven't seen the movie, but you're looking at this episode, stop it right now.
Yeah, forget
Go watch it
everything.
right now.
Yeah, forget everything we just said earlier. Don't worry about it. Nothing that
Yeah.
I said happens.
Yeah, I was thinking about, before we started recording, that it's probably going to be a complicated episode to talk about,
Yeah.
because the story is so diverse and so crazy. I mean, you could just say all the family stuff and it would work out, but then if you just say the family stuff, it sounds kind of depressing.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, yeah, it doesn't sound like the whole movie, you know. Also, like it sounds like. But
Yeah,
yeah, go see this movie, man. Like,
for sure. Yeah, no, for sure. But anyways, I mean, once we are in the IRS office, we see that Michelle Yeoh, she's acting. Obviously, she's acting as Evelyn. She can't keep her head straight. She's always thinking about what's wrong, what she can fix, and everything. And that's part of the fact that she's also stressed because of the laundromat and everything. And that's why Wayman is asking for a divorce. Um, and one of the reasons that Wayman's asking for a divorce, obviously, because he feels that Evelyn doesn't give him time, and she's always busy, and she's always taking care of the laundromat and everything. And then uh, she has to take her daughter because some big words she has to translate them to her.
mm-hmm.
And then the grandpa also goes in, but he's just like out of it.
Yeah,
uh,
he's like
but
asleep in the wheelchair the whole time.
yeah, practically. But the whole way, I mean, while they were on their way to the office, and you talked about Wayman, he traveled. His mind traveled to the Alpha Wayman, which, by the way, that's what they call the Wayman that uh, is basically teaching her how to travel.
Yeah,
Um, and basically, that Alpha Wayman explains to Evelyn that she needs those little phones are on her ear, uh, and that's the way she travels. But he says to her that he has to go into the janitor's closet, close her eyes, and then travel, basically.
hmm.
And that is when we first see the the multiverse in action. And wow, my God, the difference in the all the universes is insane. um, basically, I mean, do you remember like the first time that she traveled?
I don't remember which one the first one was specifically. I. Mm, let me
Yeah,
see.
like I'm not totally sure. Because like we mentioned, like they do travel through a lot of different
Yeah,
styles.
I remember there's one where she's. I wasn't the first one that she knows kung fu.
Maybe I'm not totally sure.
I think it was either the one where she knows kung fu or the. Oh no, wait. Yeah, I think it was that one because she ends up not going with Waymond. Like in that multiverse, she doesn't end up moving to America with Waymond, and she ends up learning kung fu and becoming a famous kung fu actress. I think that one was the first one.
Yeah, I mean she doesn't like travel yet, but her mind goes through that.
Yeah, her mind.
And now because of that, she now knows kung fu. But I think that's when she like assaults the IRS officer. I mean agent, which is Jamie Lee Curtis,
Yeah.
and that's when it all goes down.
Or no, actually, the first multiverse she goes to is similar to the one she's in right now, but Jamie Lee Curtis is like trying to kill her,
Yeah,
and and that version of Jamie Lee Curtis I think ends up killing her and Waymond, like that version of Waymond. So when she goes back to the her own regular one, that's when she punches Jamie Lee Curtis, because she's like she was trying to kill me.
yeah, no, it's insane. She's trying to kill me, and then it's so funny because I remember after she hit Jamie Lee Curtis, she like instantly regretted it, and she's like,
Hmm.
"No," and the officer are coming to get her, and then she's just like,
Yeah, and Jamie
she
Lee Curtis
hides.
like that's her officer. She assaulted me. Or like it's so good.
Yeah,
And then and
the
so
fucking
then
hair.
so then there's a bunch of security guards coming together, and then that's when Alpha Wayman comes back and just kicks ass. He kicks all the security guards
Yeah,
with a
uh,
fanny pack, dude.
I heard that the Jackie Chan was actually considered for the role
Oh, I can
of
totally see that.
Wayman, and yeah, I was gonna say I could totally see that, but I think that Jackie Chan was probably a little too old for Michelle Yeoh, because I think they're supposed to be about the same age. Because I mean the story is that like basically, uh, Waymond moved to America with Evelyn, and that's how they started the
Yeah.
laundromat business. Uh, but but yeah, no, that version of Waymond is different. But no, yeah, I think that Jackie Chan definitely could have probably pulled it off, but yeah, he's probably too old.
Yeah, Jackie Chan would have also been really cool for this movie, but I'm really happy about with Hui Kwan. I love his performance in this. I'm happy he's doing movies again. I know one of the things that brought him back into movies and this role was Crazy Rich Asians, because I
Oh yeah,
read somewhere that he saw that movie and he liked the representation. So
yeah. Also, Michelle Yeoh was in that movie.
yeah. So there we go, guys. That's why representation matters. That's very important.
Yeah, for sure. Representation always matters. Now, little fun fact here. Uh, by the way, the VFX in this movie is insane. But all the VFX for this film was done only by 9 people,
Hmm.
and including 2 directors. And the majority of shots were done by a core group of 5 people.
Oh wow.
Yes, and then none of the VFX team actually went to school for VFX. They just taught themselves.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, so
That's
that's an
awesome.
insane fact. That just adds to how cool this movie is. And then also another fact is just I mean, just how we mentioned this is Ki Hui Kwan's first major role in 20 years.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's
After I saw this movie, I really wanted to go see. I really wanted to watch Goonies again.
yeah, that's funny. I never actually finished the whole thing.
Really?
I have seen Goonies so many times,
But you've
but
never
I have
finished it?
never finished the movie. It's always put. I mean, I haven't actually seen it in years, but I
Mm-hmm.
remember when I was still in school, like elementary and then middle school and then high school, they would always put the Goonies, but I never finished it. I always found something else to do, and I never actually finished it. So I don't know how the movie ends. And I don't know what it's fully about. I always make it to the scene where, like they drop the little statue, and the little penis falls out.
I don't remember that. It's been a long time since I've seen it. Also,
Yeah,
like
I
I think
don't
I
know.
saw it freshman year because they played it at school one time.
Yeah, I don't know, and I don't know when that uh deformed monster comes out.
So you've never seen
I,
Sloth?
I no, I've never seen when he comes out fully, so I don't
That's
know.
crazy.
Yeah, so now you gotta explain to me the whole plot of the Goonies
So
right now.
Goonies stars Thanos and
Oh yeah,
one of the hobbits and one of the Corey Feldman and a bunch of their friends, and they're trying to find this treasure because I think they're trying to. I think they're trying to make sure that Josh Brolin and what's his face, the Hobbit, they don't move because I think that something's going on with their dad. Their dad's like in what's it called, like a historian or something, and they find this map and they're like, if we get this treasure, dude, we can save the house and we can like not move. So they go to try to find this treasure, and they encounter a group of bad guys that are also trying to find the treasure, and Sloth.
Oh god.
And
So
Sloth is
part
cool,
of them?
huh?
Sloth is part of the bad guys then.
Well, I think he's like a member of their family, but he's a good guy. Like he ends up bonding with Chunk. Oh shit. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. I don't know what happened there. Um, but yeah, he ends up bonding with Chunk.
Is that the
And
redhead, the fat kid redhead?
yeah, the little chubby guy, and that's about it. I think
Yeah, dude. Maybe I should see this movie.
it's cool. I mean, a lot of people consider it like a classic, like one of those movies that like you gotta see.
I don't know, man.
But I
No.
mean, it's because it's like it was cool to see it when you're a kid, because it's a bunch of kids going on adventures. You know what I mean?
Uh huh.
Like maybe it doesn't hold up so much now that we're older.
Probably not. A lot of movies don't hold up.
Yeah, but I remember enjoying it when I saw it. From what I remember.
A classic would definitely be this movie.
Oh yeah,
I
this
didn't even
movie
talk
instant
about
classic, dude. Watch it at
Yeah.
least one time before you die, or else you're gonna end up a rock in your next life.
That's a cool reference.
Yeah. See, guys, I totally watched this movie. I didn't just read the Wikipedia.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we should talk about all the different multiverses. I mean, from the ones that we can remember.
I really like the one that with Rekakui. Because it's so funny because Evelyn is talking about Ratatouille, and Waymond and Joy think she's talking about Ratatouille. And they're like, "You mean Ratatouille, right? With the rat?" And she's like, "No, Ratatouille with the raccoon." And it's like, what? There's no movie like that. But then it ends up happening in one of the multiverses where Joy is like one of those hibachi chefs. I think that's what they're called, where they cook the food in front of you. And she's really good at it, right? She has insane cooking skills, and which she accesses in a different part to like use the knife or something. But anyways, she goes back to the Ratatouille universe, and she finds out that one of the other chefs that has been like trying to get her job or whatever has a big old raccoon just controlling his movements like Ratatouille, like Remy and Ratatouille.
Literally the exact same, and it's so fucking funny because the raccoon talks.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, you can't let her tell everyone.
And then in that universe, Joy narcs because she wants to be the best chef.
Wait, you talking about Evelyn or Joy?
Oh, my bad. Evelyn, yeah. Evelyn rats out the Ratatouille. And they end up calling animal control. And it's so fucking funny because the raccoon is being taken away, and he's like, "No, let me out." And he's like, I forget what the name of the chef is, but he's like, they're both like reaching out to each other. It's so good. There's also the other universe where they have hot dog fingers.
That one is so crazy. It's so funny. It's something I would have never imagined a multiverse to be.
It's probably Quentin Tarantino's favorite multiverse because people have to use their feet a lot instead of their hands because we have hot dog fingers.
Is this a confirmed theory?
Yes, it's confirmed by me. Because you saw Jamie Lee Curtis playing the piano with her feet.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You can't tell me that was not Quentin Tarantino.
And then Evelyn touched Jamie Lee Curtis's face with her foot.
Exactly.
By the way, we didn't even mention they're lovers in this universe.
Oh yeah, in this universe they're lovers. And it's so funny. They have hot dog fingers. There's like ketchup and mustard.
Do you think they can eat their fingers?
Probably, because they don't got bones in there. But do they taste like hot dog, or do they taste like human skin, like human flesh?
I don't know. Honestly, I would try that.
Cannibals in that universe are probably
Very common.
Yeah, probably.
It's probably not illegal.
Yeah. Was there a scene where someone was shoving a hot dog finger inside someone else's mouth?
Yes, dude.
Right?
It's like they were watching that movie in the background.
Right, yeah,
And
the one where they're
the
dancing
prince
and then,
the
yeah.
princess like sticks the fucking hot dog finger in her. I would say that they can't bite their fingers off, but it probably grows back or something.
It's because, do they have bones in there? That's what I
mean,
want.
the way that they're moving them, like they can't even use their hands.
Yeah, exactly. So I would
no.
say they're just exactly like a hot dog, like really heavy and squishy, you know, like not really like bendy or anything.
It's so crazy. I mean, could you really live with hot dog fingers?
I personally could not because I play video games, I draw
But in this universe, you could probably do that with your feet.
with my feet. Oh god. Imagine how many there's probably
Dude, we need to learn how to use our feet.
Dude, Twitch is probably making bank too because like in that universe like they already have like, you know, like booby streamers or whatever, right?
Wait, no, but if
so in this one they would have feet streamers and they would be like playing video games with their feet.
Yeah, so then Wouldn't it be the opposite then?
What do you mean the opposite?
Instead of a foot fetish, would be a hand fetish.
Oh, I guess. I guess.
Because I mean, like,
But I
it
feel like
look
those fingers are already like.
what?
I feel like they're already like fetishized in that universe.
Yeah,
Like I
that's
feel like
why.
it's normal to have that fetish, you know. That's why I feel like
Yeah,
feet would be
in,
like, whoa.
in that movie, you know how he was sticking his finger in the girl's mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I mean, it's probably something they use romantically, you know.
Yeah, like foreplay.
Exactly. So I would say yes. That there's a hands fetish in this instead of a foot
Probably,
fetish.
probably.
Because it would be so normalized to use your feet.
Do you think in that universe they have hot dogs like to eat?
They look like fingers probably.
Oh, that's gross. Imagine like a really thin hot dog, like all bony and stuff.
Wait, where do hot dogs come from?
Hot dogs, you don't want to know, dude. Don't look it up, people.
Oh man.
Also, don't look up where chicken nuggets come from.
Oh no! Don't ruin chicken nuggets for me,
Yeah. You want me to tell you?
please.
Okay, so once people are done separating everything for the chicken, you know, like the breast, the thighs, the wings, whatever's left, just ground it up into mush, and then make funny little shapes out of it, and then boom, you got chicken nuggets.
That's not as bad as I thought.
Nah, I mean it's basically the same thing with hot dogs. You just
I
get
get.
a bunch of leftovers and make like a really gross looking paste, and then make it into weird shapes, and that's it.
I don't know, man. Some sausages are pretty good.
Well, yeah, I mean, the best foods in life are shaped like wieners. Popsicles, hot dogs, sausages,
Bananas.
bananas are pretty good. What else? Pickles. I like pickles. I mean,
I don't like pickles. It just reminds me of that episode of, that movie, super bad.
yeah,
He says he can't have any
that's
penis.
that's directly where I got it from.
You see, oh, that's how you know. Everything everywhere all at once is connected to super bad.
Sorry,
God,
a burp.
we've talked too much about hot dog fingers.
There's, well, it's one of the more unique universes.
Yeah, I think that Wayman said that it's like a fluke universe. Like it's not like it wasn't supposed to happen, but it happened.
But it happened. And I forgot. Isn't there like a specific reason why that universe happened?
I think it's because like you know how we talked about they have to do things so that they can connect.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have to do things that they wouldn't want to do
Mm-hmm.
so that they can connect their mind to that other self. I think she was meaning to travel to another universe, but she didn't do it correctly.
Oh yeah,
Because if you don't do it correctly, that's what happens. You get like a fluke universe,
yeah,
a hot dog universe.
yeah. And from what I remember, there is also like a scene where they show like basically the monolith from A Space Odyssey, and in that universe specifically, the tribe that wins, because there's two groups of like Neanderthals or like monkey people basically fighting, and the one that wins is the one with hot dog fingers in that universe. So that's why we evolved that way,
Oh my god.
which I thought was really cool. There's a universe. The universe I really like is the one where she's an actress, because later in the movie she ends up meeting with, or is it the one where she sings?
I don't remember. It's either one of those.
I think it's the one where she's an actress, but she ends up meeting back with Waymond.
Yeah, I think it's an actress because they were in the theater.
Yeah, and they have this. There's this really good scene where they're just talking, but Joy. I mean, I keep saying Joy. Evelyn.
Yeah, they haven't seen each other for a long time.
Yeah, Evelyn and Waymond haven't seen each other for a really long time. It's basically the universe that would have happened if she didn't go with Waymond, like the main one that we see throughout the movie. But towards the end, they talk, and they're like, Evelyn says that, like, if we would have gone together, we would have ended up, owning a laundromat, having a kid, like living like, she kind of says like living like a pretty like whatever kind of life, like a pretty crappy life. But what I really like is that Waymond is like, even if it was just like hypothetical, like, I would love to own a crappy laundromat with you. And I really like that scene. I really like that dialogue. It's really cute. It's really sweet.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's probably one of the best moments in the movie, because it was really touching. The fact that, I mean, they didn't end up together in that universe, but even then, Evelyn was like, "No, let's give it a try."
Yeah.
Then, what's his name? Wayman. He was like, "I would have loved to do that." And it just goes to show that basically, they love each other in every universe.
Yeah.
Kind of like Doctor Strange.
Yeah, but this shit is way better. No, I like Doctor Strange, but come on.
The Doctor Mid in the Midverse of Midness.
Doctor Mid's mom. What was I gonna say? I think that one scene with Waymond and Evelyn was one of the scenes that like made my girlfriend cry. I think she cried a couple times in this movie. And I've said this before. If my girlfriend cries during a movie, that's how you know it's a good movie. Spider-Man 2, she was bawling. That's how we know it's the best movie ever. What's a movie she didn't cry in? I'm trying to think.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I don't think she cried for Doctor Strange. No one cried. If you cried for Doctor Strange, you're a little baby.
Little
baby man or person. If you cried during Multiverse of Madness, you probably have zero. You probably never seen a movie before. That's probably your first experience watching a movie.
It sounds like we just hated the movie, but we didn't.
No, I actually really like it.
Yeah,
but,
especially like more than me, but
but I'm shitting on it constantly because we're talking about a better multiverse movie, and I know we're not doing it justice right now. Like, we're not talking about like every specific thing. Like, we haven't even talked about Joy basically being the villain of this movie.
Yeah. Surprise, surprise. The daughter is the villain of the whole movie.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a little plot twist. Because obviously at first you don't see it coming. But then we see that Joy is, I don't remember the name, but
Jobu Tobaki.
Yeah, basically Evelyn's daughter is a multiversal god, basically.
Yeah, she's what Wanda wishes she was. All right.
Yeah.
Wanda, you know how Wanda turned Dr. Reed Richards, smartest man in the world, into a bunch of spaghetti? Jobu Tobaki did that shit first. She turned that guy into literal like confetti party popper bullshit. Like,
oh yeah, they did do that first.
Yeah.
That's crazy because because I know we're talking about is after Doctor Strange came out, but this movie did come out before Doctor Strange. Which, by the way, sorry we took so long to talk about this movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's insane because basically, Joy is OP as hell.
She's super OP.
Anything she wants, and she, like I said, she's a multiversal god, and she can do anything she pleases. But I mean, can you explain like her reasoning behind killing all the Evelyns?
So basically, Evelyn, Alpha Evelyn, the one where Alpha Waymond is from, the one trying to stop all the ones trying to stop Jobu Tobaki. Alpha Evelyn died. But before she died, she in her universe she was a scientist that was like trying to do multiverse stuff, and she ended up testing it on that version of Joy, which ended up shattering her mind across all the multiverses. So that's basically Joy's power, is that she can immediately just like travel to whatever multiverse. She doesn't need to do like that headset thing. She can just do it. She can like it's weird, but it's cool. But that's basically it. She wants to kill like all the Evelyns. Cause people got mommy issues, dude. It's pretty much it.
Yeah, I had forgotten the detail that like her Evelyn was the one that basically gave her powers
Yeah.
by accident, but still,
Mm-hmm.
and that basically fucked her up, and she hated that. She hated
Yeah.
her for it.
And that leads to her making the everything bagel.
Yeah.
Which, because she has crazy multiverse powers. I'm telling you, bro, she's Wanda. If Wanda was OP, like for real, but she makes an everything bagel, and when I say everything bagel, I mean everything. It's kind of like this black hole type deal that's gonna suck up everything. That looks like what?
It's a black hole that literally looks like a bagel.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it contains everything.
Yeah, and everywhere.
Yeah.
All at once.
All at Yeah, but no, yeah. I mean, when I first saw that, I was like, "What the fuck?"
I thought that was so funny. I was like, "Holy shit! It's an everything bagel."
It's so funny because today I ate bagels at work,
and
I remember my boss asked for an everything bagel, and in my head I just laughed, and he just looked at me like, "What the fuck?"
That reminds me. I have everything bagel seasoning over there in the kitchen. Yeah, it's pretty good, but salty.
Does that mean you're a multiversal god?
Yeah, dude. I put that shit on everything. I make an everything. You know what I mean? But yeah. When it comes to Joy, that's one of the big conflicts in the movie because then Joy's dad also gets hacked by his alpha version, and he's telling Evelyn to kill Joy.
Yeah.
In this universe,
they say that the only way to stop her is by killing her, which is kind of insane. That they're telling Evelyn to kill her own daughter.
Because like that's his granddaughter, so it's fucked up.
Yeah, it's insane. But obviously Evelyn doesn't want to do that.
Yeah.
Because like right when she's like about to kill her, Joy travels through to her like normal self, and she's like, "What are you doing, Mom? Why are you like?" I think did she have a knife or a gun? Can't remember.
She had a knife, and they had tied up Joy, and Evelyn was getting closer and closer with the knife, and it looked like she was gonna stab her, but she ends up like cutting the tape or like the saran wrap, whatever it was.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, that's fucking insane. Like, just imagine you, like someone is telling you like you have to kill your own daughter, because she is literally a god that cannot be stopped.
I mean, I get it. You know, if to an extent, I get it. You know, like, hey, kill your daughter, else she's gonna kill a lot of people, and I'm like,
I mean, would you do it?
I don't know if. In this case, I would say no, because I know there's. Well, after seeing this movie, I know there's
another way.
There's another way, yeah.
But what if you didn't know?
Then I would be like, shit. I don't know.
Just look at the camera like, shit, what the fuck? I mean, I would think about it.
Yeah, I guess I would think about it too.
I mean, if they're telling me that you could literally save the universe by killing your daughter, I mean, yeah, what's the worst that could happen? Fucking death, death in prison. Please, this is a joke. Don't arrest me. I don't even have kids.
Book 'em, boys.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't know. It's a very fucking tough choice, especially like when your dad is telling you, when you think you're a disappointment to your dad, and your dad's telling you that you have to kill his granddaughter. You know?
Yeah.
Your daughter. That's fucking insane.
Mm-hmm. And would it even stop all the multiverse? Because I think they say that it was just gonna stop that one specific, like, joy. Like, I think they say that that's at least one joy that wouldn't be after you. But it's like, if that's the case, then when is it ever gonna stop? The multiverse is like infinite, you know.
Yeah.
So she would just keep coming and coming and coming.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't know what to do in that situation, but it's definitely perfectly written, I think.
Yeah, like, this movie's easy to follow if you're paying attention.
If you're paying attention.
Yeah, because I think, like, if you're not, like, into it from the beginning, then you're probably gonna be, like, confused, like, what the fuck, like, how come they can multiverse, like, whatever, you know? But honestly, I would say this movie's not that complicated, dude. Like,
it makes sense when you do pay attention.
yeah.
I understand, like, I mean, would you say any casual viewer can see this movie?
Yeah.
Really?
Honestly, yeah. Because I would say my girlfriend is a pretty casual viewer because she doesn't watch movies all that often, right? Like, she's more into, like, TV shows. And even when she does watch a TV show, she watches, like, the same 4 over and over, you know?
What are the same 4?
She watches Hannibal.
Okay.
She watches Twin Peaks, or at least she tries to watch them over and over. She watches It's Always Sunny. That's another one that she really likes.
That's the only one I can identify to her.
And
like,
I'm trying to
think of Eileen, I only think of
Always Sunny.
Always Sunny.
Yeah.
Especially because we would go to her house and would watch it.
Yeah. Those are like her default shows that she watches, and she doesn't watch them like all the time, you know. It's like whenever she gets a chance to watch something, she watches something, right? Like, she hadn't even seen Jurassic Park. We've been watching Jurassic Park this past week because she had never seen Jurassic Park.
You've never seen Jurassic Park?
Or she had seen it a long ass time ago, but she didn't remember about Jurassic Park.
Dude, and we talked about it, fake fan.
I know, dude. Gonna delete her from the YouTube. But yeah, I would say she's a pretty casual viewer of movies, cause like,
yeah,
maybe even less than casual, dude. Cause even stuff that you would say casual, like, you know, a lot of people like the MCU. A lot of people like what's another franchise? Like Star Wars, right? Star Wars is a big one. She's not like the biggest fan of those either. She's just like, she just sees a couple of them. She doesn't see like everything. So for her, I think she is a casual viewer, but she really enjoyed this movie. So I think casual viewers can see this movie and be into it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, cause I'm telling you, like, cause I recommended it to my cousin. And my cousin was the one that she told me that she didn't know how she felt about it, and I guess because she was confused about it. But I mean, yeah, that's why I'm asking, because of a casual viewer. Because my cousin has 3 kids, and like she's a mom and like she's a full-time worker, you know.
Yeah, she doesn't have time to watch movies.
Doesn't have time to watch movies. That's why I'm saying, like, she's basically. I mean, I would say I consider her. I mean, maybe less than casual viewer, but that's what I'm asking, because like, it is a pretty fucking crazy movie.
Yeah, no, but for sure, because there's like some movies I wouldn't recommend to people like at all that haven't seen movies, right?
Like one, give me one.
Like Birdman. I wouldn't recommend Birdman to someone just watching something.
I guess I didn't like Birdman.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's like selective. But but this movie, I'd be like, yeah, just fucking go watch it, man. Have fun.
I mean, this is a movie I can recommend to anyone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can recommend this to anybody.
Yeah, as long as they pay attention.
Yeah, and even then, like I said, it's not that like super confusing. Like, it's just a little weird, I think that's the thing.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with a little weird.
No, hell no. I love being weird. I love being a little freak. Don't take that out of context. YouTube, TikTok, parental guidelines. It's okay.
Freaking shit. Now we know Sebastian.
Dude, I'm a freak in the movie theater, for real.
What is a freak in a movie theater?
It's when you don't get the popcorn layered.
Jesus. This man is insane. Fucking menace to society.
It's crazy.
God damn. Yeah, no.
That's when you don't pick your seats. You just go in random.
Oh, no. Pick your seats when you go to the movies. Now that's when you're a menace to society. No, you know what?
I get a seat for myself and 3 seats.
When there's a big ass open space and you sit right next to someone, I hit my mic.
That's never happened to me, dude.
That's insane. If you see whole ass theater open and you sit next to the one person that is sitting there, you deserve jail time.
Dude, you know what happened? I forgot to say this during Multiverse of Madness, but the theater was full because it's a Marvel movie, you know. And like at first it was really badass because it was me, my girlfriend, and like the seats next to us were empty, right? There was nobody. But then some dudes came and sat next to her, and I was like, "Aha, loser," because the seats next to me were still empty. It was badass. But then some other people came, and that's when I was like, "God damn it! Now I have to move my soda. I have to put it in the middle."
Yeah, minor inconveniences.
Yeah, we should bring COVID back, guys. No, that was a joke. Next time, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna buy 4 seats, and like just that way, for sure, me and my girlfriend always have 2 empty ones right next to each other. I'm gonna be a menace to other people, to average movie enjoyers.
Yeah, you could probably resell those tickets for higher.
Maybe, but
businessman right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna charge somebody $20 to see the next Marvel movie.
Never mind, that's so stupid because someone would just be like, "I'll just go to the next one."
Yeah.
You have to buy every showing for every ticket.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy specifically like the best seats. Like I'm just gonna buy like 5 random ones, like that way a bunch of like groups of people like.
Minor inconvenience.
Yeah, minor inconvenience. I have to sit like 2 here and then the other 3 over here and stuff like that. Some
person is looking online like, "Oh look, these are some good seats." Oh fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Right where we wanted.
I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna cost Cinemark so much money, but also I'm gonna give them a lot of money at the same time.
Cinemark, you should sponsor us.
Yeah, give me free tickets to every movie ever.
Yeah.
That I want to see, not stuff I don't want to see.
Yeah, Cinemark, you should sponsor us. But talking about sponsors, we do have a sponsor.
We do.
We have a sponsor for this video.
Holy crap, guys! We have a sponsor for this video.
Yes, the sponsor of this video is Q. Q app. Q is an amazing app where you can use to choose whatever movie you're gonna watch next.
Mm-hmm.
It helps you choose what you're gonna watch next when you don't know what to do, when you're arguing with your girlfriend, with your friends. What the hell are we gonna watch? That's when you pull out Q, and it tells you. You use the spin the wheel feature, and you can use it right away. Put whatever movies you have in mind. Let's say every friend has a different movie. You all pick that movie, put it in the wheel, and it chooses. And you gotta stick with the winner. With the winner.
Yeah.
I said winner.
You gotta stick with the hot dog fingers.
Hell yeah. But anyways, thank you for Q for sponsoring us. It's a very definitely a great app, and definitely check them out. You can use the link in our description in our link tree to download right away, and they'll be I can't say what features they'll be incorporating soon, but they will be incorporating some new features very soon. But one of the features that I didn't mention is the community app, and you can see what other people think about movies. You can rate. You can say if you liked it or you disliked the movie or if you loved it. But yeah. Anyways, guys, Please go download Q, and thank you for sponsoring us, Q.
Nailed it.
There we go.
It's perfect.
Now we talk about the ending for Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, so basically Evelyn decides to... Right? She ends up being like Joy, right? Like that's the whole thing. She basically ends up having her mind everywhere.
Yeah, basically, Joy is teaching Evelyn about the Everything Bagel and is saying like, "Oh, please come with me, and we could just stop this all all at once, all for once."
Yeah.
Because Joy, like, even though she has immense power, she doesn't want it, and so that's why she's saying like, "We can stop this together, if you just come with me, Mom. You know, into the Everything Bagel, and just like boom, everything ends." But
Yeah.
obviously Evelyn doesn't want to do that, so she explains to Joy that there is always a way to fix everything.
Yeah.
And basically Joy's about to kill herself. She's
Pretty
about to
much.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's about to go into the Everything Bagel and just disintegrate, die, and stop the multiverse thing and everything. But Evelyn stops her, saves her, and accepts her for who she is.
Yeah. She gives her a big ol' hug, and across all the multiverses, pretty much, it's the same thing. It's what Doctor Strange said. You know, that in every multiverse, I love you. It's the same thing with Evelyn. You know, in every multiverse, she's gonna love Joy because that's her daughter, and she's gonna love her no matter what, even if she has hot dog fingers, even if she has what's another universe?
You know, one of my other favorite universes that we didn't talk about is the Rock universe.
Yeah, there we go. The Rock universe. Even that one's good.
Where they all turn into Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Yeah, so they're all played by special guest cameo Dwayne Johnson.
Everyone looks like.
He plays everybody in that scene. It's cool because there's no dialogue. No life has formed on that universe.
Literally rocks.
Yeah, so everyone's literally rocks.
But it's funny because they have googly. Oh wait, no. Oh no, they don't.
No, they don't have googly eyes at the beginning. And then their dialogue is like on the screen for you to read. And then
It's just the sound of. It's just the sound of nature, but there's no dialogue. Like,
yeah, and then when Evelyn tries to reach out for Joy, in that universe, the Rock ends up like moving closer and closer and closer, and or like the Evelyn Rock ends up moving closer and closer, and the Joy Rock is basically jumping off a cliff, and it's cool. You don't like. I like I had since I had seen tweets and stuff, I knew the movie was gonna be emotional, but I didn't know I was gonna get a bunch of emotion from a scene about rocks.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's a testament to this movie, how good this movie actually is.
So it's so well written. I fair play to the writers of this movie. They did an insane job, and I applaud them.
Yeah.
And they definitely deserve all the praise that they've gotten recently.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so across all the multiverses, Evelyn is reaching out to Joy, and in the universe that's like really similar to theirs. I don't know if it's actually the same universe. I forget, but I mean, basically, Evelyn ends up taking up that burden also about having all the multiverse just like Joy, and they basically end up being a family again, and it's really nice, and that's why it's called All at Once, because Evelyn and Joy are in every single multiverse all at once.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? The budget for this movie is very low compared to a lot of movies that we've seen, like anything Marvel, basically. Yeah. It only has a budget of 61 million. Obviously, that's a shit ton of money for us. But compared to any other movie, that is really low.
Yeah.
And they did an amazing job with only that money.
For sure, man. Like, I mean that's just that's just a testament, because like when you get a small budget, you kind of have to make sure everything else is good. Like, you can't play it safe, so you gotta go all out. So, but yeah, Good job, this movie. How much did it make? Oh, it had a budget of 25 million.
Oh shit! Never mind. That's even way
That's even
better.
less. It made 62 million,
I know,
62.5 million so far.
mixed it up. Yeah, they got 61 million, which
Yeah.
is,
Good for
I
them.
would say that they deserve a ton more.
Oh, for
They de-
sure, for sure.
they deserve all the money in the world because everyone needs to see this movie. It's still in theaters right now. It's like almost out of theaters, but it's still
Mm.
in theaters. So if you have a chance, please go check it out. It deserves all the
I
praise.
one thing I will say about again is because you gotta talk about Multiverse of Madness. I saw a tweet that Multiverse of Madness was being shown in like every 5 minutes in the theater,
I saw that.
and I was like, dude, that's so sucky because you're not letting other movies make any money,
Hmm.
and when you have, it's crazy to see that this multiverse movie made way less, even though it's way better. Like, not to shit on Sam Raimi or anything because I love that guy, but it's just crazy. Like, this movie should have made
I mean, yeah,
quadruple what it made right now.
like you said. I mean, this is. I mean, we did enjoy Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness,
Yeah.
but I mean, this movie was just fucking amazing.
Yeah, guys,
Yeah,
don't get it twisted. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, like we said, they're both good, but this one is just fucking
insane,
almost perfection.
crazy,
Yeah, and I
awesome.
mean, I'll say now that this movie deserves awards. Like,
Oh, for sure.
I don't know for what exactly. Probably best actress even for Michelle Yeoh.
Oh,
'Cause that
best
was,
actress. Yeah, best supporting actor for Kehu Kwan.
yeah, everyone deserves an award for this.
Jamie Lee Curtis was pretty good. I know. I remember Jamie Lee Curtis was shitting on Multiverse of Madness also.
Really?
I don't know if yeah, I don't know if it was on Twitter or somewhere, but she was saying something like that there was no chemistry in Multiverse of Madness, and then that they had built this family in Everything Everywhere All at Once, and I thought that was really funny that she was like, "Fuck Marvel."
That's crazy. I did not see that. I'll have to look it up right now.
Yeah, it was something like that, but I thought it was really cool.
Yeah. Well, I would not be surprised if this movie is nominated for Best Picture.
Mhm.
Michelle Yeoh for Best
Oh,
Actress.
dude, I would love if it was nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah. It definitely deserves something. And even if not at the Oscars, it could probably win at like the Golden Globes or something. But
Be-
it definitely will win awards. I can bet on it for sure.
Best action a category?
I don't think so.
Best choreography, maybe. I don't know.
I don't remember those being categories.
I don't know.
Maybe
I don't see the Oscars anymore, but yeah, I would love for this movie to get nominated. I would love for this movie to win.
for sure. By the way, I mean, we're already done talking about the movie, but
Yeah.
do you think there? I mean, I doubt there would ever be, but do you think there could be a sequel for this movie? And would you make a sequel?
I don't know what you would make a sequel.
It's not necessary, right?
Yeah, I don't know what you'd make a sequel about specifically, and I don't think this movie deserve not that it doesn't deserve. My bad. I meant to say it doesn't need one.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, if they can come up with like a good enough story and everybody wanted to come back and make another one, I'd be down for that, you know?
You know what I would be down for? Maybe not a sequel, but something to do with like an anthology series.
So like somebody else who can verse jump?
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
That or the same cast with like a different story. I don't know.
That'd be cool.
But
Yeah.
something I don't know. I don't know. It's just an idea. By the way, I didn't even mention this is A24, so this is A24's best movie for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably one of my favorites, yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think we're done with
Hey,
the
JP, you
episode.
don't like Uncut Gems, right?
I hate Uncut Gems.
I never finished it. But I just know you hate that movie, so.
I hated that movie so much, and whoever listens to this movie and they liked Uncut Gems, you are dumb because that shit is disgusting.
Damn.
Yeah, strong opinion, but I don't care. I absolutely hated Uncut Gems. It is so stupid. I cannot get into it right now.
It's okay. I don't even know what it's about, to be honest.
That's exactly why. It's so stupid. It can't even get its mind straight to what the fuck the movie is about.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I brought it up.
I hate it. I'm sorry. I got you. Anyways, watch this movie.
Yeah.
We're done with the episode.
Watch this movie. Wait, we didn't give it our ratings or anything.
Oh, of course. It's I mean, I'm super picky, so I almost never give out 10 out of 10s. But if I was to give out a 10 out of 10, I would give it to this movie.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna give this movie a 10. It's good.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely going in my top favorite movies of all time.
It's for sure, like, either a 9, a 9.5, or a 10.
Yeah,
like straight up.
Nothing lower than a 9.5 for me. Nothing lower than that.
Yeah.
It just depends on the mood if it's a 10 or not.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, this movie's good. So watch it. If you don't like it, fuck you.
Yeah, same. I agree with that mood.
Yeah. If you think Multiverse of Madness is better, fuck you too. That's it. That's all I got to say. It's crazy how this recording session turned out to be mostly shitting on Multiverse of Madness, even though we both actually kind of don't hate the movie. That's insane.
It's the only fair choice to do. I mean, when you're talking about a superior multiverse movie.
For sure. So, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's the episode there. We hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. Thank you for the support.
For sure.
We suck at our schedule right now, but we will try our hardest.
We both work. We both have other shit going on. It's kind of crazy to...
Yeah, but we definitely don't want to end the show because we love doing shit. So we'll be coming in. So we might have late episodes, but we're good. We'll keep uploading. Don't worry.
Yeah, for sure. Let us know what you guys want us to watch next. I know Jurassic World is coming out. Maybe we can do Jurassic World. Maybe we can do a better movie. I don't know.
A better movie, yeah, for sure.
All right. So I've been Seb.
I've been JP. See you guys next time.
Bye, everybody.